All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol SRNE, Sorrento Therapeutics Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. Hope you guys find this video helpful and informative, and it means you well. So let's jump into this chart. Sorrento has had a bullish run recently, but when we zoom out, it's been in a bullish run for quite some time now, for almost a month and some change. Now we have fallen into a bearish run. I mean, Sorrento hit highs here of about $12 and some change, and it started rising from way down here at $5. Now, when we zoom out, it is still below almost half the price of where it actually ran up to earlier in the year, and that was at $20 and some change. So that's one of the most important numbers right now for the bulls to break through, to hit newer highs and new resistance levels. Now, from that point forward, it started to fall and reach new lows. And again, 579, 580 was one of the lows here, and it started to pick up from there again. Now, again, if we zoom in for the last month and some change, it has actually been in a bullish run, ups and downs, the volatility of the market. But here we are now in very bearish situation and bearish territory and bearish run from these highs up here at 12.18. So it's super important right now in the short term and very zoomed in here portion that 12.18 gets broken through by the bulls to start to work their way up to new resistance levels and continue their momentum. Now, from that point forward, there has been a rejection, and this has been on its way down to newer lows, to the point that it actually reached a new low today, and that's going to be our new support level, and we're going to look at our new resistance level. So very important that this support level is not broken through, because then the bulls have actually started to lose control, and the bears are going to start to dominate this one and bring it down to newer lows. So $10.69. That is where we closed off, and our 50-day moving average is 11.05. This is very important. I'd write it down because when we're below it, bears are in control, and if we don't cross it, the bulls have not gained control. So the bulls are going to want to cross 11.05 to get back into bullish territory, and then their next goal would be to break through this resistance level, which is the highest point before this bearish run here and leveling off, and that is 11.25. 11.25 is the first resistance level in bullish territory for the bulls to start to work their way up and hit newer highs. Now, down here, before the bulls even reach that, they need to break the first resistance level, and that resistance level is 10.92. The bulls are going to want to break through 10.92, and by doing so, they need to turn it into a support, and they could be on their way building that momentum to break through the 50-day moving average and reach newer highs. So 10.92 is great for the bulls to break through. It gives us a sense of direction, and they need to turn it into a support to hit newer highs and new resistance levels. But the bulls won't be in bullish territory and don't have a sense of control just yet until they cross 11.05. So that is the true point that the bulls need to break through, 11.05. I want to emphasize that so that people are aware, because 10.92, again, sense of direction that we're starting to move up and there's some momentum here for the bulls. They turn it into a support, but their true goal is to break through 11.05 and start to work their way up as far as possible from the 50-day moving average in an upward direction. So it's super important to keep that in mind. But before getting there, 10.92 does need to be crossed and turn into a support by the bulls to start to work their way up to new resistance levels. On the other hand, we have what the bears want. And the bears are going to want to break through support. If they accomplish this, they have actually started to gain control. Right now, they can lose this control of being in bearish territory, because this bearish territory started yesterday, and today it was in a sideways movement, but it did hit a new low, and that is 10.34. And this new low is the lowest point after hitting 1218 and starting to run its way down and leveling off here. So if the bears accomplish breaking through 1034, this will go deeper into bearish territory, moving further away from the 50-day moving average in a downward direction and start to test newer lows and newer support levels. So I want to emphasize how important it is to pay very close attention to how the stock is reacting in this area, and if it gets crossed, to see the behavior of the stock and who is dominating. So put your 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute charts to see if the bearish candlesticks are appearing more than the bullish ones, or if there's even a bullish candlestick reappearing to try to bring this one back up. Again, it's going to make it a lot harder for the bulls to have a recovery, because now they have to break right back through the support, they have to break through the resistance, and most importantly, they need to break through 1105, the 50-day moving average, to get back into bullish territory. So super important. If 1034, which is our support level, gets broken through, the bears could be on their way to bringing this one down to newer lows. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button and let me know you watched this video. And also, when you click the subscribe button, don't forget to click on the bell. By clicking on the bell, you turn on all notifications so that you don't miss a single video that I post, and share this with all your friends and community. At the end of this video, there's going to be a pop-up video, and in that video, I will be discussing about the S&P 500. And it's the S&P 500 index to be more specific, and I go into more detail about it in the video, but let me summarize it for you guys. I talk about the S&P 500 index and how there's an opportunity to profit due to the fact that the Federal Reserve has scheduled pump dates for the market. And the S&P 500, I've come to realize, and I've done it myself, it jumps up several points on these scheduled dates. Well, within the S&P 500 index, there's 500 ticker symbols to choose from. So you have to do your rationalization and your own research and due diligence based off of what you see. But to go ahead and break it down for you, what happens is, out of those 500 companies, and the S&P 500 index is rising several points, there are ticker symbols within the 500 companies and ticker symbols to choose from that are rising with it. Now, these individual ticker symbols are rising from 30 cents to $3 per share. I know it may not seem like a lot, but per share, it does add up. And as I always say, profits are profits. So it's really great information. I don't want you guys to overlook it and miss out on it. It's last week's video to this week's pump, and I will be doing an updated video soon. But for those of you that have not watched it or had a chance to watch it, at least you get an idea of what it is that I talk about in that video, and also you guys can be well equipped for the next pump. So check out the video, don't miss out on it, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.